You know? I'm talking to you on Skype. I'm gonna exit XSplit and reset it. That might help it. Oh no, we got it. Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. I think we're back. All right. So, you just want to start over? Nah, we don't need to start over.
Oh no,
So
we just
you're
leave
talking
them
about
separate.
all the great stuff that you like about Brawl and how
Yeah,
open feeling the game is, and I definitely agree. It's very, and that's what makes it a platform fighter, right?
yeah.
But yeah,
People
let's
complain
go.
about page.
Let's stop talking about the game for a second and let's talk about the community, the Kansas stock market. What do you like about the Kansas stock market community?
And what don't I like, man? Like that's like the main thing that I come back to. Like this community is just so like I don't know how to exactly say it. It's so like everyone here is just so friendly. Like man, so many people have I met and just like learned and just like life experience from just from Smash. Just like especially here in Kansas. Like shout outs to Deluxe and Indigi. Like these people just like spent so much time with me when I was a fucking teenager, 15, 16, when I was a weird kid. And now look at me. I'm references to people's mayor, you know. I feel like I wouldn't be without them. I definitely feel like being around Smash Kids as I grow up, or kind of like formed into this person who I am today. Definitely was influenced by the all these people that I grew up around, you know.
Uh huh.
And it was a good influence. It was a good influence, you know. It was very. It was, in my opinion, it was very good influence, very positive influence. So and it's also a crowd out kind of very unique personality for me that a lot of people that outside of Smash kind of admire a lot, but like inside Smash is kind of the same. You know, it's kind of like the get hype, type of thing. You know, where I just get excited about all that stuff.
Yeah.
But back to the community about stuff like everyone here is really cool. Like everyone here is like no one here is like withholding stuff to get better. Like there was like I remember reading one time some Ultimate vs Capcom player like withheld this Infinite until like this major tournament, so Capcom couldn't nerf it and no one else could learn it. But like here, we just like throw out all this information. We're not withholding you. Like when we realize, like we will say, this is why I'm winning. This is what you need to do. Like I tell people, like, all right, Tony, 22, don't dash tag so much. I'm literally just waiting for you to throw out a move, and I'm grabbing you, throwing out stage, and grabbing you every time you land. Like I actively want to. Like everyone else wants to see everyone else do better. Like we're not out
Yeah.
to just for like selfish reasons. We just want to see our scene as a whole get better, and that to me is just like it's like such an attractive scene to have in my opinion. It's like we're all in it together, you know.
Okay. Now here's that question, and for the viewers at home that don't know, I kind of gave Fragger some of the questions in advance. But this is the question that I want to ask him because I've spent some time thinking about it, and he's never heard this one before, so
Yeah,
this is going to be a very candid answer. If you had to go back and do it all over again, would you do it?
yeah, instantly. Yeah, no, no doubt. I do it. Yeah,
Okay.
no, like there's no
And
hesitation to answer. I would do that if
would
I
you do
can.
anything differently at all?
Probably improve how I get better, and maybe like kind of bucked up. There's times where I get really frustrated with the game and kind of stop playing for a while, a month or two at a
Yeah.
time. And I feel like that kind of really stopped my progress. Like I feel like if I really just kept actually at the progress, it could be really good right now. But besides that, like just all my life choices, like with, that's about it. Maybe picked up to decalling earlier. I don't know. um, maybe
Shout outs to
started up.
Toon Link, manning Toon
Shout
Link
outs to
for like
Team
a
Link.
year.
Shout outs to MJG. Shout outs to shout outs to the flowchart. Um, besides that, no, probably not. I'm
So if
happy
you had
with
any
it.
advice to a new player, what would it be?
Best new player. Definitely learn from mistakes. This game is all about learning from mistakes and realize there's a purpose to everything you do. You don't just randomly throw out moves. There's a purpose to like, you throw out moves to do damage to your opponent, to killing them. And so like you may throw that. So let's I'm going to do a reference Diddy Kong because that's the only character I really in depth know. You throw a down smash on like let's say like a Meta Knight from middle stage, 100% front facing. He's most likely not going to die because it may say that like say on Smash boards, it may say that, but that's like ideal conditions and whatnot. And like this one, like you need to realize that the point of the game is not to do damage. The point of the game is to take their stock. And so down smashing is just like and killing, trying to like throw out kill move out early is so detrimental. Like you have to work so much harder now because you have to understand the move to find a new one or whatever. So games and it's really about just like knowing what you're actually doing and the purpose behind why every move you do. And another key thing I would give to people is have patience. This is a recent article that CTXX wrote on the CT site, and I really agreed with that in the first part of it, especially. It's about patience, and it's not about being like lame and chiming somebody out. It's like whenever you feel uncomfortable in the situation, is to walk away and set the situation back to neutral, because almost nothing bad can happen from you just like run away from a situation. If you don't, if you're not 100% confident with what you're in the situation, just walk away. Just like set the situation, go back to neutral, and suddenly you know what to do. You know,
Good
that
things
would be
come
definitely
to
good.
those who wait.
Yeah.
Good things come to those who wait. All right. What makes you keep playing the game?
Honestly, the community is like I have a drive. I would say most smashers are almost most high level smashers, or people who try to be high level smashers, are almost. I want to kind of say a different breed of people. Like we have this drive to win. Like we just can't not try to win. You know, whenever we play a game, no matter it be brawl, no matter it be some other game, we put our all into winning. We put our we don't ever say there's no difference between fun and winning because winning is fun for me. There is no separation between that two. You know, and no matter what I do, like people will say like, and I will come into this game very casual, but within whatever game it is, we'll take I'll start like eliminating. All right, that's obviously not good. That's not obviously good. That's not good. And like that's just like a different breed of player person, in my opinion. And that's kind of like when I'm at Smash, where it's like this is like so many people like are also like that. Like no, not like very many other areas of my life can I find people that are so much similar to me in that regard, where it's like we're all striving together, we're all trying to get better. Like everyone in the community is trying to get better. And not only that, the community is really awesome. Like everyone like is just friends in the community. It's so awesome to me. Like in
Uh,
that video, like you can just approach a random top level player. Almost all of them will answer your questions. At least in my experience, probably there's probably some horror stories out there, but once again,
oh,
there's
I
going to
hope
be
not.
enough place.
I hope not.
Yeah, obviously I don't know, but statistically speaking, it probably was. But almost everybody's like, "We'll help you get better." Like no matter like, I walked up to Zonato, he used to sit down and play friendlies with me. I just randomly walked up to ADHD. First time I met him, he's like, "I was like, all right, you want to play some friendlies?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, I asked him like, "What could I do better?" And then he just like, starts pointing out stuff. I'm like, "All right, thanks." Like it's just like everyone's friendly, everyone's like no one on top level really has that aura around them where it's like the aura of like elitism almost where
Unless you're me.
unless you like taken out of context obviously you wouldn't think, oh, he just plays video games, he's really good at a video game, you wouldn't have any elitism, you shouldn't have any elitism, but like obviously there's some people that take that as they do. People it's kind of like that Smash Bros documentary where like you earn respect by being good. Not necessarily. You earn respect by just like being out there in the community. Like you can be good, Mewtwo King, or you can just be like Deluxe, where he just gets all the all the social like capita and just like talks to everyone and like people talk back. People are not afraid to like talk to Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
great to meet all these people. Like everyone in the Smash community is awesome in my opinion. I just like really like hanging out with these people.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about just our local. We run obviously. You're a staff member here at the Kansas Stock Market, out
True.
of Lawrence, Kansas. Ran out of the Lux Lounge, aka my apartment. How has the
Uh,
Kansas Stock Market specifically made you a better player?
it's probably made me more look at what I'm doing in response to what they're doing in more opinion. Like I've noticed like I kind of came in to Kansas Stock Market after a little bit of a lull in my playing, and so like I've kind of realized that I've got soft. Like I'm not what I could have been. Like and so
Uh
like
huh.
it's gotten to that point where like I kind of get that it reignited the flame where it's like man I'm playing self slot. Like people would be like man you just won that guy. You just like you beat that guy by like a stock or two, or something. You did well against the guy, but like to me, I may have beat him, but I didn't crush him. I didn't stomp him. Like there is so much more I could have done better. There's so much like
Yeah.
I failed to execute like maybe 2 glide tosses, and I won't be happy because like that's sloppy. That's not clean.
Yeah.
That's not what could have been. I'll fail to like get a punish, but I'll still be safe. Like I'll fail to get a punish, but I'll still like I won't lose. I don't think 80%, but neither will he when he could have.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with that.
Yeah.
I want to maximize what I'm doing. I want to perfect what I'm doing. I want to find what I'm doing wrong and correct it. Like even though people will be like, "Man, you're that guy," I'm like, "Yeah, but I could have done this better, that better, that." I didn't pressure enough off stage, or I didn't keep my stage control well enough. Stuff like that. That's what I feel like is for like it's kind of reminding myself of why I play Brawl.
Okay. How has the Kansas stock market, the tournament series, made you a better person?
Probably made me a better person, made me more open because I don't like really interact much of the other scenes with Smash before this. Kind of like I've talked a little bit with PM, like a very significant amount of like Melee. But before this, like now that like the events are run side by side and integrated, it's kind of interesting to see the difference in almost like perspective people have on the games. Like from different scenes, like the people from the guys in 64, how they view certain situations compared to how people like you and I from Brawl view the situation.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's like really like expanded how I should like take a look at situations. Because in a Brawl play, I'll be like, all right, I'll just walk away from that situation. Well, they're like, oh, well, let's just go ham 24/7 on the situation. And like, I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And so it's kind of just something like opened up my perspective, and it's kind of made me like more respectable, make me respect the games more because like I didn't play those games beforehand. I tried them out, and man, those games are difficult. I don't understand how these guys play this game, and so I mean, so definitely made me more respect the other games and the players of those games for like a lot more, and just made me more open. So that's how I say that's my me as a person.
And you did mention that we do all four games being Smash 64,
Yep.
Super Smash Bros. Melee, Super Smash Bros. Project M, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Who are some of your favorite members of the community, and maybe who are some of your rivals?
Your favorite members, that's gonna be easy, and no surprise here. Deluxe, he's pretty much like a big brother to me, or father, son, big brother.
Brother, we'll go for brother.
We'll go for brother. NJG, he's just you two guys like if you like somebody come by and just like some of my best friends. Definitely a lot of big mentoring, just like in how I should get better at the game and just like how I want to be as a person sometimes. And then who else? I respect Jace a lot. The community. I have a lot of respect for Jace for holding it down because I just like sticking to his main. Like Falcon's good, but he's not the best, and like he's not changed.
Yeah.
He's been Falcon for whatever, and he has just like played the character so much that that's his character, and he's not gonna change. He's not gonna budge, no matter how bad, no good. It is, and just like him as a person, I respect him as much as a person. If you ever meet Jace, he's a really cool dude.
Yeah, Jace is the number 2 player right now in Kansas City, I would say, in Melee, behind Dark Rain.
He's a really upstanding guy, and like it just feels like he's always up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he's a really upstanding, like I said. Another guy, Strong Bad. He's a cool dude so far.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's really fun at car rides when I'm with him to pick his brain about PM, and he's always willing to talk about it. He's always like, all right, well, and we'll be like, why haven't you done this? And it's like, oh, and sometimes talk to you, be like, oh, well, that's not really possible in the code or something, And I'll be like, oh, that's interesting. And I'm like, I'm glad he like at least takes time to explain that because no one else is going to answer that. and it's interesting to see his perspective on PM, seeing as he's the developer of it, because like everybody else like nerf Ivysaur, and we're like, well, and then he's like, well, no, to be fair, Ivysaur already got nerfed in 2.6 and all that other stuff. And it's like, I don't know, I have a lot of respect for him for running like that big of a project, voluntarily. Like, no like monetary at all, no ad or anything. It's just he wanted to make a better game, and so that's what he did.
Yeah.
People are like, and he's one of those guys. Like a lot of people complain about Brawl is too slow, blah blah, and make it more like, and wish it was more like Melee. Well, instead of complaining, he acted out. He went out and did that. He was like, all right, I'll do that, and he did it. I have a lot of respect for people who do instead of talk, who act. Who else? Sort of rivals. I used to have one. I used to go by Bonds, but I mean, suddenly he changed games, and now it's Boom. So I mean, to each their own. It could have culminated into something cool. It could have. It had the potential. I felt like, but now I guess my other rivals really left are people out of state, and I guess and Deluxe and MDG like those two. If I beat Lux or MDG, like I'll know I've made it. Like I'll know I've earned it. Like that's what I
Uh,
know. I feel like that's what I feel like I'm actually good at this game.
Sweet. Any rivals you want to talk about? Because I mean, there's probably a lot of people on the internet that probably want to hear their name being shouted out.
All right, T22 probably wants to hear his name shouted out. He's kind of a rival, kind of
Uh,
rather than me back it. I generally end up winning at the consistent but he's been known to take a few games and sometimes in a streak. Then I remember how I down throw a glide toss and generally
uh,
tops. Um, but who else? Um, Future and Cook. I always lost the Cook and tournament, but it's always been close.
yeah.
Future, I've won it in my one set I've had in a tournament, but I really like to watch.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get a chance to play him as a kid in the stock market before, but I like to play him again because I like
Yeah.
I don't know, that definitely.
Yeah.
And also back to the Hero Series real quick. I would like shout outs to all the Diddy mains real quick. ADHD, Zenodo, Player One. It's 2 a.m. Who am I blanking on? I'm six somebody Zenodo, Player One.
They're a dying breed, so you know.
I feel like I'm missing something. What was the fourth one besides? Well, I see MGG. Me. Me, it's it.
I'm sure they'll post a comment if they.
Yeah, I'm
they
sure.
remember.
It's too.
Yeah,
It's too.
they can salty salute that. All
Uh,
right, we're coming down to the end of the interview here. You know, and we only got a couple more questions. The first one. Let's talk about the future of the Kansas stock market. What excites you about the future of the Kansas stock market? What do you see coming from it?
these new players that have been consistently coming in are very exciting. And it's like to say, shout outs to SR71. I was just John. He plays Jigglypuff, but like he's so good at Jigglypuff. He's just, like, people that
Yo,
work
I don't know,
against,
dude. I beat him in the Ditto. I'm just saying. So I might have the best
I
Jigglypuff.
suck at the Diddy Kong Ditto, and like I would still recognize myself as a decent player. But I mean, I just feel like sometimes he makes like really good decisions regarding him being a Jigglypuff. Like he doesn't play Jigglypuff stupid. He plays Jigglypuff smart. He knows when he tries. He doesn't just mindlessly approach. Tries to approach. And like, and he knows how to stall and when sometimes to stall out and when to go off stage and try to get side pound people. Like I was like, man, if you played Nen Knight, you could do all that like 10 times better, man.
True. Or yeah, Midnight Wario maybe. Oh, the Wario riddles are pretty real.
Yeah. What else? Over upcoming players.
Speaking of upcoming
Grunion.
or new. Oh wait, what's up?
Shouts to Grunion. He's always trying to get better.
Oh, Grunion.
He always wants to. He's always down to money match. He always wants to money. He always wants to money match me, and I'm gonna money match him with whoever. But I feel like if you just give it enough time, he'll eventually cultivate into something great.
Okay. Why should a new player that's never played in a tournament yet come out to the Kansas stock market?
Well, first of all, you'll meet some really cool people, namely Deluxe, and Fragger.
I don't know about that. Yeah, definitely Fragger. Definitely Fragger.
We're definitely some cool people. Like it's just very fun. Like I said, I really enjoy the Smash community, just hanging out with these people. And so, just for the meet these people, like kind of like an experience, kind of like, and like even if you don't really want to play the game at a competitive level, just experience like just to have that perspective on the world. See what these guys, what we do. So we don't have that that stereotype of sitting in your mom's basement, drinking Monsters thing up, next to one of And so, and then second of all, just to play like your first tournament's free, like there's a discount, right?
Yeah. We definitely do a first player.
Yeah, we do. So why
first
wouldn't you
discount.
come out? Like you get a free what is it? Tournaments last like 2, 3, 4 hours, and like for that you just play all these like players that like you may think you're the best within your friends group. These guys will put you in your place, and like you will soon quickly realize one of two things has happened. You will complain about the game and then never come back. You will complain. 2, you will realize you're actually bad, And you may be the best within your friends group, but all your friends are bad. So you try to get better and you come back. That's gonna happen. I'm just like, and so if you're already interested in coming out, like you're on the offensive about coming out, like you should really just come out. We're all nice. I think I hope we'd all be nice to you. And so like, and like you just like recognize so fast like what you could be doing wrong, what you could be doing better. In my opinion, like you should play all
Yeah.
against like all these top level people. Like come out. Like we consistently have some out of state people come in. We have some Missouri players come in. We have some Iowa
Yeah.
players or Illinois STL. Sorry. And then we have Deluxe. MJG comes out on occasion. And these guys are all top enemy of me, of course. And we have all these
Don't
like,
forget
top level
Zeton.
players. Oh, Zeton,
Zeton.
the Link,
Yeah.
man. The Link.
The Fox
and
too.
the Fox. Oh, the Fox. Fox is secondary. I mean, and like all these top level players, like there's not you'd be hard pressed outside of like the tri-state area to find another player, like maybe SoCal, another place where it's like just with this amount of stack. Like okay, actually, outside of SoCal, tri-state area, and Texas, like Texas, I don't know what region it is. We're all like we're like Def and Rich Brown, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, Def,
SoCal. Rich Brown.
And
yeah. Tyrant. SoCal. Yeah. They're pretty good. SoCal's pretty good. Texas is pretty good. Florida's pretty
Texas
good.
has what? Denti, Fino,
GNS.
Gines.
All like the old school. Like I don't know. They're kind of off topic though. We're getting too global here.
Outside of like some really big regions, like we have a pretty stacked, in my opinion. We are a powerhouse. We can be a powerhouse. Give us
yeah,
some
definitely
time.
for the Midwest.
Give us some time, and we will give us a new players the time to get our new players trained, and like we will become a powerhouse like you've never seen before. You thought the Wichita Gods of old were good. You wait. You wait.
All right, and finally, just to close it up, what does Smash in the Kansas stock market mean to you?
And what does it mean? It means a lot of puns to me. First off, I make a lot of puns. And it means to me getting better, like just like not just as a Smash, but like it's like on a personal level. Like I said earlier, every like Smasher has this, where it's like you just want to get better. Like no matter what you do, well, and it just happens to be like we're all Smash. We all like to play Smash games, and so we all just like to be. We also like want to be better. Like it's much more about identifying my mistakes and fixing them in like all regards and everything I do. Yeah, everything I do, whether it be in like school, whether it be in the game, whether it be in a different game than Smash, you know, just like everything. Like just so much better to get better at it. Like it shows you persistence, your willingness to get better, and put in hard work. That's what it means to me. That's what Smash means to me. To get better.
Okay, getting better. All right, well there you have it. We had Josh Fragger Carter from the Kansas stock market. This is CT Deluxe, aka Free Lux from Clash Tournaments, your local celebrity, bringing you our first player profile for the Kansas stock market. We host tournaments Saturday nights here in Lawrence, usually at 6:15. You can check out our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/KSSSB. That's Kansas Super Smash Brothers, KSSSB. So, that means any closing remarks, Fragger, before we sign off?
Closing remarks. First of all, shout outs to Deluxe for hosting this interview. Appreciate it.
Yep.
I enjoyed that my opinion is valued and I'm recognized as a major player in the Kansas.
Yeah, thank you for being on this, being our first interview test.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be us the bar high. Hopefully, shout out to MJG for being our best player in the region and basically being a really cool dude. Shout out to Strong Bad for making PM. It's a pretty fun game. Shout out to Zeton for beating Future with Link. Mad's play is good right there. Shout out to the new players that come out. It definitely takes some like I said, some amount of like effort. Whether at some level you want to play the game. You know, obviously, 'cause that's why you can't tournament, obviously. And so, you know, shout outs to them coming out and wanting to get better. Shout outs to Bomb/Bone switching your PM. So actually, don't scratch that shout out. Salty salute to Salty salute. Salty, you don't get the salty. You don't get that. man, shout out to like the Smash community. Like I said, it's just so much. You got everyone in Smash community is so cool. And, like I just like felt like a lot of my friends just came from Smash community and like helped me develop as a person. Like no matter like once you get in the Smash community, like no matter if you say it or not, like there's an influence. There's an impact in person somehow. Some way. You've been. I don't know, it's gonna sound weird, but you've been touched. You've been. Impression was made on you by the Smash community. And so I just hope that's a good one. And that it puts you in a good way, like it did me. And yeah, definitely shout out to Lex again for hosting these tournaments and like making everyone get better. I really enjoy it. Shout out to Sakurai for making the game, but also salty salutes to Sakurai for tripping. Organic. Shout outs to my boy Nick Kadonsky or Modi, aka Spiky Tiger, aka Mr. Modi, for being my biggest fan. Definitely a big motivator to try. You gotta impress Mr. Modi every time. No random money matches. It's really fun. Who else would I? Shout outs to. Oh yeah, shout outs to all my sponsors, aka Skype, aka XSplit, aka.
All right, I think I'm gonna cut you off on that one.
AKA George, whatever this is. No, I'm just kidding. All right, yep. But
all right, everyone,
yes.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll
Yeah,
try to. I don't know.
2:30 a.m.
Yeah, we'll try to keep more interviews coming in. I don't know who my next guest is gonna be, but I'll let you know. I think this one went pretty well. I think
mean,
this
if
went
you
pretty
could just
well.
have me again on a different subject. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. We'll think about that. All right, we're
Thanks,
signing
thanks,
out. Thanks.
All right, see you guys.